Hi, welcome back. Today we're making grouse tenders. We shot this bird a couple days ago, but today we are going to debone this breast and then turn it into little strips of chicken, kind of like chicken fingers. The first thing we do, we have washed this, and you'll notice that there's still a couple little areas in here where a little bit of shot got in. We're going to clean that up as we go, but for now, to start, I'm not going to really worry about it. So let's get started. The first thing that we do, let's take a fillet knife and we're just going to cut this right down the center. And you know it's just really clean, good looking meat. There's a couple bones right away that you'll run into. We're just going to be careful. Try to keep as much of this meat as we can as we go along here. And then of course when we get up in this upper corner, this is where we see the wing attached. So I'm going to grab as much of that as I can because it'll be just fine for the recipe we're doing today. And finally, there is the first breast. And what we're going to do is take the other side off as well, but we're going to take this and you'll notice that there's two pieces, one below the other. Chicken are the same way, and the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to take that inner piece out. That's going to be our first one. Then we're going to cut a piece down here. That'll be our second piece. And then we're going to cut this as well. So we're going to get a few strips of chicken out of here. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I think the best thing to do anytime you're trying to bread anything, whether it's chicken or grouse or fish, pat it dry with a paper towel, and that's going to give you a nice place to start. We don't want it dry, but we don't want any water that's dripping off it to be on there because it's just not going to work as well. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. Just a quick little tap. That's all it really takes. Here are the strips of grouse breast from that one grouse. The next step is we're going to make a little batter. And it's really just going to be a little bit of an egg wash, and then we're using panko breadcrumbs. Let me show you how I put that together. If you just have one grouse, one egg is going to be plenty. And in fact, it's probably enough for a couple. Let me show you how I put it together. So I've got an egg from our chicken. And then we're going to have just a little bit of cream. And we're going to whisk that together. And I'm just going to use a knife because it's already out. You could use a fork or a whisk, whatever you want. All we're trying to do is just kind of make this into this like kind of a custardy consistency here. And it just takes a few seconds to get that done. Here I have a couple spoonfuls of flour in the bowl. And we're going to take each strip and put it in the flour just to coat the outside. And we want to shake off any excess because any excess is going to clump at our next step. This is what each piece is going to look like after you coat it with flour. After each of the strips is coated with flour, we're going to dip it into our kind of wet wash here. Just like so. And again, let it get the big chunks off. Then we're going to put it in panko. And you can see that's what the strip looks like at the end. We're going to set that out on a plate to the side until we're ready to cook it. This process with the flour, the egg wash, and then some sort of dry crumbs works very well. I use it on fish and all sorts of meat all the time. It's a great place and a great way to fry up a wild food. Okay, these are the 8 pieces of grouse breast. The strips we've gotten made, they're battered, they are ready to go. On the stove, I've got a cast iron pot that's heating up with a little bit of oil in the bottom. We're going to fry this up, and we're going to have some really nice grouse tenders in about 10 minutes. Okay, we've got our oil hot, and we are going to put the strips in the oil. Oh, and they just feel so nice and tender too. We'll let these cook on the first side for a few minutes until it starts to get golden brown, and then we're going to flip them and cook them on the other. Alright, so it's been a few minutes, and you can see in the bottom that they're starting to get pretty well done here. So we're going to flip them over. And you can cook these as light or dark brown as you'd like, so long as the meat is cooked. You definitely don't want to eat wild game that's undercooked. That's really the only thing that you have to watch out for. Once you're done, you can just take them out and just place them on a paper towel. Let any excess oil drip off. Once I take them off the stove, I put them on that paper towel, let them drip a little bit, and make sure any of the excess grease is gone. And I plate them and serve them. You can serve them with any type of your favorite dip, whether it's a ranch sauce or honey mustard, or you can put it on top of a salad or any other way. Really great way to cook a wild bird. I hope you like it, and make sure you watch our next video. Check out our blog. We have more tips and more ideas how to cook wild food and other recipes. Check us out, 4kidsandchicken.com, vacationtripreviews.com, and dan330.com. What do you think, Jack? How was it?
Delicious.
Yeah? Would you eat these more often?
Yes.
Okay. How's the meat?